The icons of Bullion have spoken. Find out what they had to say to my questions here on the Culture of Currency. Welcome back to the Culture of Currency, the channel dedicated to the love of silver coins from around the world. We are hoping to bring you the stories of silver and the culture of coins, all while spending about $100 a month on silver, so that you can look at everything we have created and say to yourself, I can do that too. Today we have another great video as we have asked one of the biggest bullion brands on YouTube 5 questions that you would want to know the answer to, so that when you are watching their videos, you will be able to connect more with their persona. Today we bring you a real trooper, not just any trooper, but the one and only Stormy, the stacking stormtrooper who runs the Empire Precious Metals channel. If you love Star Wars, this is the end-all channel for you, as he is about a galaxy far, far away and has created an empire in his own right. He currently hosts over 20,000 subscribers, and as you can see, he also has a very strong variety of content. He has top content on silver discussions, amazing unboxings, and even auctions off some of his hoard. I particularly have been fond of his recent ranking videos. Please check him out if you have not had a chance, and stay tuned as he answers the following questions. Question 1. What started your journey in metals? Here is his response in a way that I think he would like. My first gold purchase was in 2006-2007. He says that he had seen a commercial of old people buying gold, and an ad said it's important to buy gold for financial security, blah blah blah. So he bought 4 ounces and tucked it away and thought he was set. Then around 2013, his grandfather passed away and his mother gave him some silver rounds of his, approximately 120 of them. He knew nothing about silver and put the rounds in the closet and forgot about them. A few years later, he was going through the closet, he saw those coins and was curious as to what they were and opened them up. He didn't know what he was looking at and had to research those weird rounds. One thing led to another, and he was intrigued about metals and what they stood for. So I find that very interesting because obviously we talked with Austrian Stacker here recently. We asked him the exact same questions, and his was also because of a family member. Mine is as well. My grandmother gave me a 1923 peace dollar. So I wonder if 3 of us so far have started our journey based on the gift of another. If one of the things that we should look into is for our descendants or even just random people, maybe having a little silver ounce on hand at all times so that we can give it to somebody who we're inspired by and hope that one day it starts their journey. Really cool answer. Question number 2, we said, why did you feel the need to start a YouTube channel? Here's what Stormy said. I had no one to talk to about stacking and coins, so I started consuming content and started engaging some content creators. One creator I followed early on, I felt like knew a lot less than me. I saw the content creator's channel grow and said to myself, well crap, if this person can grow an audience and knows less than me, then I should put my head in the ring to see what happens. 4 years later, here we are. That's a very interesting response, and honestly with the timeline, I think that's just about right, because 4 years ago, there really wasn't the same scene on YouTube as we see nowadays, where we do have quite a few strong speakers of this currency, and I would be one of those that somewhat falls in the same category as you, Stormy. It wasn't necessarily that I thought I knew more in my particular case, as much as the things that I loved about silver coins didn't really have a home. Most people were talking about, the financial things, the risk of fiat currency, all that kind of stuff, investing. And I was really about the love of the design and the people of the nations that these coins come from. And there wasn't a whole lot of that and learning about that. So that's why I started. Question 3, when you look back at your life at 90, what will you be most proud of? This is a fun one. So here was Stormy's response. I don't know, because that means I have 46 years left to accomplish some cool things, but I would say that I have 3 accomplishments so far that I'm proud of. 1, I finished my master's degree in education with a 4.0 average. 2, got certified to teach middle school English language arts, middle school social studies, K through 6, and special education. And number 3, my YouTube channel and business, my side hustle on YouTube, and the dealing in precious metals have now become my main hustle when it comes to earnings. My job as a teacher offers security and I'll get a pension, but my earnings with my metals are far superior. This, Stormy, I am very, very in tune with because I also am a teacher. I have taught junior high or middle school, but I am a high school teacher currently and have been for some time. And I'm right there with you. You know, if my YouTube ever becomes strong enough to where it pays the bills over what my teaching job does, then I might transition and do it full time, because what I want to do in phase 2 is travel the world and bring you the stories of those people that these coins come from. And I can't really do that unless I'm just doing it in summers as a teacher. But yes, I absolutely understand your ideas of starting your YouTube channel while being a teacher. It is hard. For me, I have 2 children, and so I'm waking up at 5 in the morning to do these videos before they get to go to school. And then I have to be daddy when I come home from school. So hats off to you. That's an amazing thing. I do not have my master's. I see that you do, and that's a very big kudos to you. Question number 4. If you could only have one coin from your collection, what would it be? He says, to be honest, I've bought and sold so many coins that I no longer get attached to them. I have a bunch of really cool things, but don't feel the sense of attachment that many stackers do. Yeah, that's okay. So you have bought and sold so many that you no longer have an attachment to any particular coin, and that is something that I am not necessarily in the same boat about. I love every single coin. I probably do have favorites. But that is, part of your business, and I get it. In fact, your auctions are really, really well done and fine-tuned. So I would have thought that you would have wanted something, maybe a Beskar bar or something Star Wars related, but that's the game. If you are in the buying and selling, you can't fall in love, right? So kudos to you on that as well. And 5, if you are in control of the bullion industry, what changes would you make? His response: wait, I'm not in charge of the bullion industry? Jokes aside, the only thing I think drives me and many people nuts the most is spot price and its correlation to physical metal prices. The premiums have gotten so out of whack, and it's very challenging for people to determine what's a good price on silver or gold. It used to be that spot was X, and you could almost guarantee that you've paid Y for a particular coin over spot. For example, American Silver Eagles, you typically buy them at $2 to $3 over spot without fail. Now the premiums on Eagles are out of control. This is just one example. Obviously, different coins have different mintages. Different mints have different overhead. So premiums are always going to be different. But people in general need to understand that physical metals have a different price than spot. This is an answer that I have harped on for some time. We have to have premiums because the businesses that are around us, whether it be online or local coin shops, have to make money, right? And if everything is fixed by a government standard or regulation that says that you can't have any premium, then these places go out of business. Now, that doesn't mean it should be crazy, just like sometimes they limit it on drug prices or whatever. It does mean that there should be some level of accountability. I think people, if they knew what they were looking at and could say, oh, this has only got a mintage of 5,000 coins, that's why it has a $6 premium higher than, coin A, B, or C, then they would understand that and not just get mad and think that somebody was trying to swindle them. So yeah, I think that premiums are one of the biggest problems as well, and I'm not necessarily keen on the best way to solve it, as I'm a big capitalist free market guy, but I do know that maybe transparency needs to be afoot, where you have to basically show people what percent of premium is on any particular coin or bar so that they have the best understanding for their buying power and can make those choices so that capitalism can actually work better. So those are 5 questions with Stormy, the owner of Empire Precious Metals LLC. You know him as Stormy. We know the channel as Empire Precious Metals. And I must say, I am more of a rebellion guy. I am definitely on the Jedi side versus the Empire when it comes to Star Wars. In fact, I wouldn't even say Jedi. I would say I'd be happy enough with Willie E. Wicket and the Ewoks of the Forest Moon of Endor, but that's neither here nor there. Thank you so much for catching up with us, Stormy. I did all of this conversation through email because being a top YouTube channel, these are very busy people, and finding a time to pull out of their lives to sit down and turn on a camera is hard. So I figured this was the easiest way to bring his words to you in a way that honors him and hopefully brings many of you to his channel to give him some love. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.